Yes, it does.
It really does.
Put the knives down. So common ground.
Yeah.
I think you find common ground.
Yeah.
I mean, this family was way too civilized for
they were
television.
so sweet to each other.
I tried to stir the pot. I did what I could.
You did.
You tried really hard.
You can only do so much to pit family members against each other. But, you know, the mediator did say find common ground.
I bottle everything in, Mo. I'm non-confrontational. People say crazy things. I just...
But that's good. That's what you're supposed to do. It's on Thanksgiving.
And then drink a little too much. So.
Well, alcohol, I think it can help. I mean, unless it gets to be too much. But I'm actually the same way. I think it's interesting to sort of, and perhaps as journalists, we might be more practiced at this, but to kind of detach.
Yes.
And kind of almost feel like you're taking some sort of bird's eye view of the whole thing. I know that sounds really patronizing, but I think it would work for anyone to do that, and just to kind of let it move through you.
Yep.
And of course, you might learn something by doing that, right?
You know what I find is, unfortunately, working in the media, what has become the common ground at family gatherings.
Everyone hates the media.
Yes, and it doesn't matter who they voted for.
So take a bullet, be willing to fall on your sword.
Exactly.
Just say everyone can throw the food at me.
Well, what about like finding, like common ground would be like the Kardashians, you know, like everybody would go like, oh yeah, that would be easy to like, everybody can rip on them, or, but I think politics or religion. My sister will always kick me about stuff like that. She'll be like, stop, because nobody wants to hear about politics, nobody wants to hear about religion. And then everything else, you can sort of like find a little bit of commonality.
I agree. I think that honestly, that the dangerous thing is when coming to a Thanksgiving dinner, if you feel like the person who voted differently than you was voting against you personally, like by casting that vote.
Yeah.
And I will say, not to go too far afield here, when I did a documentary on voting in America in 2012, one of the things we found was that people tend to vote for fewer reasons than they think. It's usually like one or two issues that's really driving their vote. Also, the family that they come from. Usually, you're more likely to vote the way your parents did. Not obviously not always, but it's usually just one or two issues. So basically, everyone's kind of selfish in the way that they vote. And so to take it personally and say that vote was against, you know, my having a happy life, a successful life, is not the way to look at it.
Right. Lighten up. It's Thanksgiving.
Lighten up.
Have a drink.
Lighten up. Be thankful. Be thankful.
Mo Rocca, thank you.
Thank you.